Doing a cold open when it's just you and the cold open is extremely cold. And this is me as I'm talking to myself. Welcome to Dad's Bet Baseball, one of the most anticipated episodes of the year, the 2025 Dong Derby Preview Festival. Got a ton of people that we're going to bring in. First, the housekeeping items that you guys love to hear. First, CJ is not here. CJ is in Slovenia. Big Luka Doncic fan. Good luck to CJ, but he will be back. I don't know why he planned this around this event, but whatever. We'll talk about it when he returns. Couple housekeeping items. One, Hall of Fame bets. One of the ways that we use, one of the many tools that we use for being, frankly, pretty adequate at betting baseball. Check them out. HOFapp.com. Use the code DADS, 50% off. And then also Handigraphs, which is our baseball analytics site that you can export. You can look up last 30, 60, 90 plate appearances. I think we actually even made a code for it that I should look through my stuff to find. What did the CJ give me as a code? He said, so we actually have a code that you can use if you go to this, and I should have written it down. And what was it? Oh yeah. HGDADS, HGDADS. That will give you $10 off the season. So it's like $30 for the rest of the year. We're going to add hockey. Check it out. It's great. All right. Housekeeping done. I want to bring in some of my friends so that we can get started on this Dong Festival right now. Oh, if you could. So I'm sorry, but Colby came in. And for those who are not watching this live on YouTube, I just got pregnant. Looking at Colby coming in. We also got Monty himself, the batter's box guru. First time guests get to say hello first. Dude, Monty, thanks for placating us. And as I see Colby, for those who are listening, Colby is wearing like cyclist glasses and just is really ready. And with his mustache, he just looks ready in literally a batter's box. But Mike, since your first time on here, you want to like tell everybody why we might care about you. I know you're humble, but tell everybody what you do and do that stuff. We all like you, so it's okay. You're
no,
good.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I know Colby's obsessed with me, so I'm sure that's how we kind of got together. But yeah, batters-box.com, that's my site. Don't forget the hyphen. Colby always says that he's kind of the face and the chief tweeter, I like to call him. He's always plugging it for me, which I appreciate. So we're just, got matchup ratings every day for hitters, got pitchers, trends, kind of all kinds of stuff. 5-day free trial if you guys want to check out some of the premium stuff, always available there. So I've always wanted to do something special for the All-Star game or the Derby, but haven't really figured out what to do. So we're just, kind of kicking it old school, and we'll discuss some random stuff I did today for the Derby. So
yeah. Well, so hold on. First of all, Colby has been suspiciously quiet since he came in. Like, or my headphones just don't have him in my monitor. Like, Colby, what's going on? This is like your 5th time being on the show. As we joked before, it's like Saturday Night Live. You are like one of those hosts that gets to hang out with Steve Martin now.
Yeah, I gotta let my brother over there, Mr. Michael Montgomery, speak. I haven't seen him in a while. If people don't know his face enough, they just know mine and hear me saying batters-box.com. Don't forget the hyphen. Never put batters box next to each other without the hyphen. That's blasphemy. I don't know why you would ever want to do that. But Monty, great seeing you, buddy. I haven't seen you since that time we hung out. And I spent a lot of money on drinks, and I didn't realize I was spending a lot of money on drinks. But Adam, as always, love being here. You always joke that I'm the third host. I like to feel like I am. I'll go back to listen to podcasts like, wow, I really would have been nice if Adam texted me if I could have been on this episode. I feel like I feel like Alec Baldwin now. I'm the Alec Baldwin.
Yes. You're the Alec Baldwin of Dad's Bet Baseball. That's a really good comp. And it's
I was like, who's the SNL guy that's always there? It's Alec.
Yeah, it's Alec Baldwin. It's definitely that's a great comp. You're the Alec Baldwin of DBB is Colby Marchio. And what's really funny is Colby and I have it down now to some sort of weird scheduling with Greg Peterson where we are always on his show back to back. And like, there's always, and we basically bromance on each other on separate episodes. And then Greg's always like, yeah. Colby's great or Berg is great. But anyway, let's get to why I brought you on here.
It's like a drive-by smooch on every episode.
It totally is. All right. So I want to get things kind of going. So Mike, tell us a little bit. So what do you obviously you are very attuned to betting dongs and home runs, as the kids call it, but what do you look for when you're betting a home run derby? Have you looked at anything kind of special right now? Like what's kind of the way you prep?
Yeah, I mean, people that have been in it before, past performance is certainly number one. And obviously this year Acuna is the only guy we've had that's been in it before. So that was kind of easy check right there.
Yep.
And then who's throwing to them, I think, is number two. So last night I was able to do just very quick Google search, not deep dive, just kind of use the AI overview to be like, all right, hopefully this is right. And so I was able to find a few things that way that maybe I like or dislike. And then beyond that, I just, my analytical mind and numbers nerd that I am can't not look at numbers for this, even though they probably mean absolutely nothing. So I just took some data from Baseball Savant and made a quick little, I don't know, model, if you want to call it. It's really not that. I just
he made his Madden simulation.
His Madden Sims, yeah.
It's worse than that. I mean, I just gave some random points for basically if you're in the top 8, or I guess everybody's in the top 8, but if you're, where you rank in the 8 among the Derby participants, it kind of came up with an overall score. And I think all it really did was tell me why the favorites are the favorites.
Yeah.
It didn't really give me anything beyond that. So I don't think it was really worth my time, but it's something I did.
I imagine that it probably said Junior Caminero and Brent Rooker are in ballparks that they don't know if it, but they also probably, but this is where I love to say AI doesn't watch the games. So like they didn't watch like how Brent Rooker is one of the best at hitting it to dead center. And it has I watched him kill many a bet of mine over the last 2 years, just crushing balls that way. So that's why he's part of it. It's not because he's playing in Sacramento. But before I move over to Colby, I wasn't able to find a lot of the info. I find like who is pitching to who. Is anyone's dad pitching to them? That's what I want to know.
Cal Raleigh's dad. But
okay, he's done.
But see, I learned last night he's a former college baseball head coach. So you got to imagine he's thrown some BP in his day, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you saw the video, they were practicing in Seattle at the field a couple days ago. So I don't know. I know Colby's kind of down on Cal, but I'm intrigued. I don't love the prices, but I'm not fully out on Cal. Maybe once the total comes out, that's maybe where I'll land.
Colby, how do you kind of prep for all this stuff besides slandering Cal? You and I just like to slander Cal Raleigh. Let's also separate that from everything else. But how do you prep for a home run derby?
I just want to preface, I'm still a rear end guy. I'm not a chest man. So I love Cal Raleigh. You know why. I love the home run derby is my favorite event in the sports calendar. It has always been the most nostalgia filling thing. I just love it. I hate that it's not 10 outs anymore. That is my biggest pet peeve about the thing. We can't appreciate the greatest feat in all of sports anymore. But the way I go about it is my number one rule is do not take the chalk. Do not take the number one guy, because we've seen years past. I think it was 2022 when it was Pujols and Shohei was like super heavy favorite, and he didn't even make it out of the first round. Do not take the chalk. There is a ton of value sprinkled across these 8 guys, and you will see later on who I am just based on value alone. And also another thing I just like to eliminate, thin guys. I like them thick. So, yeah, I went to the
for those at home.
I need me a man with some meat. Sorry, Pete's not in the home run derby anymore, but when I went to the 2023
J-Ram being in there, like the big boys, the thick boys.
When I went to the 2023 All-Star game in Seattle 2 years ago and saw Mookie, I'm like, I never liked him to begin with. And then I think he was injured or something, but still, why is essentially a leadoff-esque hitter in the derby? We got Buxton, see ya. Jazz Chisholm could be a leadoff hitter on other teams, see ya. And who am I missing? O'Neal Cruz was a leadoff hitter at one point.
There's a billion reasons I want to fade O'Neal Cruz, and him having
also,
the
he doesn't
try. Blows my mind.
He doesn't try. He hasn't tried ever in his life. He's probably the biggest superstar that has never tried in his life. Imagine he's like the Shaq. Imagine if he tried, how good he would be. But O'Neal Cruz has all the tools in the world, but he's not that great.
Yeah, No, I would agree with you on that. I was looking through some of trying to find like some of the guys who were throwing to, and that was like, again, like my cap last year was the whole thing was that Dino Abel was throwing to Teoscar Hernandez, and he was the only one in the competition who had experience throwing in this, and it was to Vlad Senior, not Vlad Junior. It was to Vlad Senior
when he won it 20 years ago.
And right, exactly. And that's why I'm like, it's Teoscar. And that was my cap on it. I hadn't found this. But again, quick on the park dimensions on this. Lefties, if you get a good lefty pull hitter, you could have an advantage which I'll talk about a little later. 325 to left. I think it's 385 to right, but the center is a little bit shorter than most. It's most are 402. This is 400. But there's a lot of reasons. We also always forget that Cal Raleigh is a switch hitter. He'll probably be batting from the left side. So I remember at that All-Star game in Seattle when Adley's like, oh, I should probably bat left-handed because it's infinitely shorter on that side. And I was standing over there's many beer places, by the way, at T-Mobile, like for those that haven't been, they're awesome. It's actually there's like a beer mart at every single exit. And I remember going over to the right field and just constant when he got up and he decided, oh yeah, I'm going to do this the way I should on pull hit. Like they just kept flying like basically right near me. And I kind of was like, oh, this is balls flying at my face. This is great. So, yeah, but, all right. Is there, last thing, like, is there anything else that you kind of think about with Home Run Derby that maybe impacts rest of season at all and how you look at guys? Any sort of like myths or things that you like that when you look at someone who's doing a Home Run Derby that you think about afterwards?
Well, the Home Run Derby hangover is not a myth. It's not a myth. That's why I think you and I both tweeted out when Ellie De La Cruz denied it, we were like, smart, good for him.
Yeah,
guys thinking about the second half of the season.
Go Reds for that wild card. Yeah.
Unlike Julio Rodriguez, who's not really going to change in his second half of his season. Yeah, I think going forward, anyone that has paid for a Cal Raleigh MVP ticket should be sweating in their boots, sweating profusely, because you're probably screwed. And on top of him getting walked a ton in the near future, I'm glad I don't have anything on any of these guys and going forward. So I really like it. Also, I just want to note, because I kept stealing this quote from you this entire week, and I just want to give you your flowers because this is the most perfect take, saying that this is a straight to DVD Home Run Derby is the correct take. This is the most correct take. You take out Cal Raleigh and Ronald Acuna, nobody knows who these guys are. Just the basic sports fan. Nobody knows who these guys are. And also, Cal Raleigh can go to our local Target anywhere in America aside from Seattle, even maybe Seattle. No one knows who he is. So thanks, Baseball, for not knowing how to market your best players. When this is actually, looking at it, it's a pretty decent derby, but it is also a snooze fest if you take out three names. Or actually, with the star power,
the star power is massively lacking in this one.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna bring out. So we're gonna break this into teams, but I'm gonna bring out my teammate for this because CJ bailed on me. So producer Spencer,
Flippin' Jimmy, boo him.
Flippin' Jimmy gets the boos. All right. So the way that it's gonna work is it's going to be myself, Team DBB of myself and Spencer against the brothers, Monty and Colby.
Well, hold on. Can we explain why we're the brothers? So people are like,
yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
So is there a reason?
Yes. So come on. We look at us bickering right now. One, for the people that don't know, Monty and I worked together for 3 years at Stadium. I terrorized his entire life for 3 years, sitting across from him at a desk. I gave him probably 25 nicknames. We counted one time. I believe it was exactly 15. I will run through them throughout the show. So keep an eye out. Keep a note.
Over under 14 and a half.
Monty is the real son my father never had, because Monty is a spitting image of my father's entire personality. So the dryness, it's my dad.
That's awesome. That's like my relationship with you, because like I didn't have a younger brother, I had a younger sister. I'm like Colby became my younger brother. So so we'll go back and forth, and we'll each give out bets for this. No snaps to all the operators who have basically nothing up. So if there are angles and things that you like, guys, feel free to like shoot them out as we do this. But this this event, this episode could only go off with one person as the host and moderator of the Dong Fest, and that person is the Sheffield Shuffler himself, Pete Fatal. Pete,
Adam, that's a bull-faced lie. This would have went off the same way without me, but I appreciate you.
First of all, we didn't have a Chicago. We had the line on number of people with Chicago ties moved up to 2.5 from 1.5. So you being here, we cashed the over. And so we just needed that's another reason why you're here. Because for those that don't know, all we do is bring people onto this show that have ties to Chicago for whatever reason.
Who else has ties to Chicago here?
Colby.
Nice.
And Monty. Yeah.
Nice. You guys are definitely not going to get preferential treatment during this.
All right.
I hate ketchup, by the way, Mr. Shuffler. I hate ketchup.
That's fine. I think it's more weird when people care about what you put on your meat. I do everything. I like the garden, run it through the garden, ketchup, mustard, onion, relish. Some people get upset.
Mr. Shuffler, I also don't believe in deep dish. That's for tourists.
That is correct. He's a real one. You know it.
It's a real one. That is a real one.
This isn't me kissing his ass, I promise.
Yeah.
And he likes thick guys, too. This guy's on a roll, Colby.
If anyone's wondering, that's my type. I will not look at him the rest of the show.
All right. Keys are Pete's. We are rolling through however you want to do it, Pete. Rock and roll, man.
All right, let's do 1 versus 1, right? We'll do one teammate versus another teammate. Give me a play and then your reasoning behind it. So I think it'd be appropriate to start with Colby. Colby, what do you got for me?
Yeah, let's just kick this thing right off and take a long shot to win this whole thing. I love taking long shots. They're just, why take the chalk? It's not fun. This is supposed to be fun. It's the home run derby. We're taking Brent Rooker. I found his price to be kind of offensive. He's a great power hitter. He's not skinny. He's got some girth. He's got some quads. He's also got his childhood pitching coach going up against him and knows his swing very well. Again, it's fun. There's not really any other handicap other than the price. The guy can do it, and the guy that's throwing to him knows him very well.
All right. I like it. Brent Rooker hits bombs, dude, and you wonder, a guy that knows his swing, like you said, who's been his coach for a long time. See how that plays out. So that's the one side. Now, Adam, should we go over to you?
Yeah,
and we'll go over to another side.
Yeah. We'll do this. So we'll Spencer and I will kick off with I wouldn't say chalky, but like on the shorter side odds of who we think is going to win this thing. Going with piece of candy, James Wood at plus 650 to win the whole thing. Our rationale is, look, James Wood's a ginormous human being. Have you seen this guy? He's 6'7". All right, he is built like a linebacker. He's also top 15, top 10 in nearly every EV and barrel per plate appearance statistic. Has right behind O'Neal Cruz. It's almost as if O'Neal Cruz could actually hit. He would probably be James Wood. So I think James Wood has an excellent profile for doing this. The concern I have, which is why I was thinking about who's going to have pitch to, I want to make sure someone's pitching high enough to him that he can kind of get in that cycle. But the big thing for me is a lefty in this park. James Wood, who's not really a pull hitter, he's an oppo and a center guy. I think he could still mash a whole bunch of them to center field. I like the value on this. I think he is at minimum the second best player in this competition, all rounded out. He also hit 108 mile per hour home run that still hasn't landed yet in Truist in May. Over the course of that Braves series, he had 4 hard hit balls that were over 105 miles per hour. Like, this dude is he's a machine. James Wood plus 650 is our first bet that we're giving out for this.
All right. Am I giving scores now? Am I choosing one or the other?
We can do whatever. Well, we never really figured out the rules. I only said, hey, the loser bangs the win his wife. And
I'll make up the rules.
And that was all I said.
This round is going to go to Adam, Mr. Berg over there, strictly for the exit velocity and the barrel percentages. You sold me on that one. So 1 point to you guys.
All right, cool.
I got you, Colby. Don't worry. You're that was a long shot.
No, Monty's got us. Don't worry. It ain't me. It's Monty. Monty carries the load.
Per usual. Classic little brother.
All right. We'll go to our next one. Monty, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I was looking for a lot of different stuff, and the odds just took forever to kind of come out. So the whole time I was trying to find reasons to come off of Ronald Acuna Jr. to win, and I just couldn't find any. So I'm sticking with Acuna to win. I think plus 450 is the best price I saw. He's the best player in the draft, in the Derby. He's got the home field advantage. He's gonna have the crowd behind him. I think he can play off that energy. He's at kind of more, his swing path is more opposite field lately, so I think that plays to the short porch and right a little bit. But he's obviously used to the park and can hit him everywhere. I ran this little model thing I talked about earlier. He was kind of third in that. And, like Colby said earlier, we don't want to take a favorite anyway. So I like that. And he's the only one that's been in the Derby before, right? And he's played very well, only losing to Pete Alonso twice, who is arguably probably the second best home run Derby player participant of all time behind Ken Griffey Jr. So, and Pete Alonso's not in this one. So who's going to beat him? One of these other guys is going to beat Acuna at home. I don't think that's going to happen. His brother is supposedly throwing to him this time around. That makes me a little nervous because it's different than who he's had before. But he's also a major leaguer, so hopefully he knows how to throw BP and knows where his brother likes to hit. So, yeah, that's kind of what I got.
Monty thinking we're going to have an Adam Frazier moment. Ronald Acuna at home. That would be the first time since Adam Frazier in Cincinnati, correct?
No, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
Oh, yeah.
2018.
Harper was
Harper
after that. Wow. I wonder what the...
And it's Todd Frazier, I think, right?
What did I say?
Yeah.
Adam.
They're both the same. They're both the
Sorry,
same.
I got Adam on my line.
Yeah.
One as a podcast.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it's easy to mix them up. All right,
One
cool.
walks all
So
the time.
Ronald Acuna, I like it at the home field. Great storyline as well. Spencer, give me what you got.
All right, so I'm kind of like Colby on this. It's all vibes. I don't crunch numbers. I look at historical things, but I'm not doing any models or anything. So we'll leave the models to Monty. But anyway, historically, the hometown guy doesn't really win. So, but I have a little something that's a little spicy. But we're gonna have Ronald Acuna Jr. to be a finalist in this year's Home Run Derby.
Ronald Acuna to be a finalist, and that's at
2-1, basically 2-1 odds.
2-1, right? Okay, and that's strictly off of vibes, storylines,
Strictly off of vibes, historical. Yes, historical. Like, yeah, the home guy doesn't win it very often, and this fits that. And I think Acuna Jr. is going to put on a show, but I don't see him winning it. I just don't see him winning it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like with Julio in Seattle, like there was a lot of momentum he had, but kind of choked.
And then he gassed out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
He's also not
I wish
Ronnie
there was like an
James,
old
but-
guy in the field. I wish there
true,
was a
Monty.
super
That
old
very
guy.
true, Monty. Very true. He is not Ronald Acuna Jr. He's much worse.
Yeah, exactly.
so for that one, strictly for the storyline, for the juicier number, Monty or hey Kobe, give me a nickname.
For Monts. Oh, that's Gum Dog.
Gum Dog with the points
Dog.
for the juicy number.
Let's go.
I forgot I was supposed to throw those out there.
I've been waiting.
The Easter
that's
eggs.
only
The
one.
Easter egg. The Easter bunny of no egg. Yeah, that's great. I just to sprinkle in, by the way, on the conversation, I would agree that I think that Acuna is just one of he's in the best form if you look at it, and he's got the least amount of mileage of any of the guys in the in there. I mean, because he blew out both his knees, so he's just in really good form, knows the park. It's kind of I think it's I like Acuna's ceiling on the thing. I don't like the odd. I didn't like the initial odds and some things, but we're gonna find creative ways to play him. I think Acuna's
Tons of experience.
he does, and probably angry too because
He's moved
he got
down a
hurt.
little bit too.
Yeah,
He was like, when it opened, he was like plus 370. Like he was right behind O'Neal Cruz in Cal Raleigh. So he's moved. He's come down a
There
little
you
bit. So his odds aren't as short, which is one thing I liked. But yeah, I mean, truth being told, I actually like Acuna to make the finals more than Acuna to win at 2-1. But
bring it together.
You guys had that one, so I had to pick something different. So.
That's all good.
All right,
All of us
fair
on the same
enough. That was what, round 2? We're gonna bring it back to Colby. Colby, give me something good, buddy.
Yeah, this one, I mean, it's funny that we're all kind of similar on the same stuff, but James Wood to make this be a semifinalist at minus 115, I think is a great price. Me and Gumption over there, we agreed on this one because That was my favorite one back at work. Be like, whatever, gumption. A guy's got gumption, but so does James Wood. James Wood has a ton of gumption, has a ton of pop. I would honestly be really shocked if he doesn't make it out of the first round because of his size. We know his girth, and if he starts pulling the ball, I think he's the most dangerous guy in this whole thing. So I will be on him to win it as well. But you guys stole it, so I'm on him to be a finalist. Which I don't want to pay for anything. I don't think this is a bad prop to pay juice for.
Right, because we're getting in the semifinals here, not the finals at -150.
Yeah.
So what's his girth?
He just has to.
Oh, Monster, tell him, Monster.
Hey, whoa. Probably pretty.
All right, Adam, over back to you.
All right, so Spencer and I put our heads together, and Spencer is pretty big on Junior Caminero and his ceiling here, and I think we all kind of agree that Junior Caminero, who by the way is played a Dominican league, an entire Dominican league where he got the MVP, spring training, and he's been playing the regular season. So there's extra miles, but he's in really good form. He could it's going to go one way or another. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. And because he's leads the league in DPs, just so everybody knows.
The DP King.
You are the
DP King. He is the DP King on the batter's side. But we, with all this talk about him and Acuna, we kind of split a unit between two bets in this, and it's final exacta being Caminero over Acuna, and I think it's we have that 55-1, and then just them both to be there at 28-1, 25-1, something in that range. But we've all talked we all feel good about Acuna, and this is a really good way I think to play the ceiling on Caminero, and again he's got the body and he's got that makeup, and Colby probably likes him.
One more thing. He found out he was in the All-Star game after a day after he found out he was in the Home Run Derby. So this guy has everything to gain, nothing to lose. And with that, I think he's going to put on the show. So there it is. There it is.
Exacta, a little exacta action for people.
I like that, and I'm sure Colby could appreciate it too, because you guys put your nuts on the table at plus 5,500. I like it. I think you were right, Adam. That's if you're gonna play Caminero, that's the best value in kind of getting an exacta like that.
Yeah. I mean, he's DP Kings.
Wouldn't it suck if he beat somebody else in the finals though?
Yeah, but good for them.
You were literally looking for an exacta. What are you making a comment for?
But I didn't pick any because I know there's no way I'm gonna get it right.
Yeah, that just seems so tough.
Yeah. But that's what you get 55-1 for. So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Before we get to the next round, how many rounds do we have left? 2 more?
No, I think this was
that's it.
Kind of, but now we just got a riff, and so it's sort of
I was gonna say, who from everybody, who's somebody that you are absolutely avoiding? Who is somebody that might embarrass themselves, put on a terrible show, look like they don't even belong there?
Byron Buxton.
Why do you think Byron Buxton's going to be a bust?
Only because he's the leadoff hitter. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't like any of the leadoff-esque body types. Like Jazz is another one. Buxton, O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz out of the 3, I believe, has the most pop. I would assume it's just hard contact, but I don't know what it is. It's between him and Jazz, and I think Buxton, just because he's a leadoff guy, it just doesn't feel right that he's there.
I'm worried about
Colby.
Buxton's
I heard
health.
Jazz puts on a show in BP as far as home runs go. That's been some of the talks amongst people. Like you're gonna learn at the Home Run Derby that Jazz puts on a show during BP. I was like, oh, okay.
As a Yankee fan, I hope he chokes so he doesn't ruin himself in the second half of the season.
His name's Jazz, not Bebop. Like, come on, he's like he knows he's gonna bring the beats, man. So when Monty had a guy that he was gonna say.
Oh, I was just saying for Buxton, I'm like, I was definitely against him at first. I kind of started coming around to him, but I'm also worried about his health because he's been hurt these last 4 games with that hand injury, and if he's taking 30, 40 swings in the first round, he could very easily tweak something or mess with his hand. So I'm staying away from Buxton for that reason. But I don't necessarily think he's gonna embarrass himself or put on a terrible show. But
Who do you hate? Who do you hate then?
I kind of hate
Dumb Dog Frog.
He was kind of towards the bottom in this stupid little thing I did.
Wait, who was down?
Caminero.
Okay,
but I mean, I think just his launch angle and the DP stuff is I think a problem. But it also it doesn't matter. Like these dudes, they're not facing 95 like they are every night. They're facing 75 and 80. So it's like it's all about the pitcher more than the hitter, I think, for this kind of thing. So it's like impossible to know who's going to go out there and throw balls in the dirt or throw them too high or throw them too far outside or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I feel like Pete got struck out accidentally, but when he was with his old pitcher 2 years ago, like when he didn't, because he switched back, and then I feel like he got struck out. Can't remember where it was. It was the one. It was maybe 2022 or 23.
Was that the old guy?
I think
Adam?
22.
Yeah.
I think it was 22.
22. He struck him out, and it was just like, or he was throwing him stuff that he just couldn't hit. And I remember that on Twitter, people were just like, "Why is he trying to strike out Pete Alonso? Like, what's happening?"
Throwing filth.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like O'Neal Cruz. I can't wait to fade O'Neal Cruz. Like, I just cannot wait. And I think that he's going to he's going to roll so many off of first base. I can't fade him fast enough. I love his EV. I think but his form and his just lack of prep and care is just, I'm tired of this guy. He's one of my least favorite baseball players. I will say that the Jazz stuff I agree with, but Jazz, like Pete pointed it out, but he's got really good pull metrics and he's a lefty and he like is a showman. He's the kind of guy that I could see getting in a rhythm where suddenly he's like boom, 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 and he rails off.
And he'll have the torpedo bat.
Yeah, I like him for like a first round over. We haven't seen that number because
it was 17 and a half. It was 17 and a half. They took
they
it
do
down.
have it. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over.
You don't think that's too high? Because a number like that means he should make the semifinalists. Because last year we had the same format and 19 was number 4. So
do we have head-to-heads yet? Can we do?
No,
I haven't seen them.
What was wild was they had the 17 and a half locked, but it was there, and then they took it completely off.
Yeah, they took everything off when I was looking at it on the blue book.
That makes me feel like the ballpark and stuff is priced into his number, right? Because because that was one thing I was looking at too. Like Baseball Savant had Truist Park was way more friendly for left-handed hitters for homers. It was like 9th, I think, in the league, and then for righties it was like 19th. So it's absolutely a factor. And Jazz is like the only pull lefty in the field, unless Cal Raleigh ends up hitting from that side, which he very well could. But I saw he was practicing from both sides of the plate, and I feel like he's gonna want to I feel like that's like a cool thing or something. He's like, "Oh, it would be cool if I hit home runs." So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it from both sides or whatever. So which it's like just hit from the left and you'll probably win.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I just think that maybe that 17 and a half is a little high for Jazz. And if you like it, it might be better odds to just take him to make the semifinals.
That's probably
like
a good
plus
point.
140 or something.
Yep. No, that's it. I mean, the odds were so like, that's a good point. I know that like, it's basically for me, I wonder if they put out the market of most home runs hit in a row kind of thing. Cause that's like a really good way. And like over under 3.5 or something like that, because that's a guy like Jazz is, we just talked about, but Jazz is the guy that I want to target for like who could get in a rhythm as a really good lefty pull hitter. Probably be him.
Yeah.
They had a really fun prop of what number pitch he hits his first home run. It was like 1-2 or 3-4, and then it was 5+. That was
fun.
cool.
That's
they didn't have the
fun.
price though, so I was like, well, how are you gonna price this?
Do they have a highest number in a round out yet?
No, what I just wanted to, before we get too far, I want to complain about why it took them so long to figure out how many guys they're gonna or who's gonna be in this thing when they had the extra week to prep. It felt like
everybody was saying no because they know about the slump afterwards that you were talking about. You know, so it's like everybody's
yesterday
scared.
We had Jazz announced, or 2 days ago they had Jazz announced yesterday he was announced during the no-hitter. Would they go and ask him after he got that hit off Ryan Wu? Hey, you want to do it? He's like, yeah, let him know.
I remember last year why I immediately faded Gunnar was they announced it on Sunday Night Baseball during the game. It was like he had like a whole video. It was really stupid. And it was clearly not edited well because they interviewed Adley and him together. and they had him sitting down, and Gunnar says, yeah, I'm just using this time to, it was almost like signing day. He's like, I'm going to use this time to say that I'm going to be participating in the Home Run Derby. And then they turn immediately to Adley, and they're like, hey, what do you think about, your teammate? You guys have both come up together doing this. And Adley completely throws him under the bus in terms of all of his technical skills. He says, well, he's going to hit the ball too hard, so he's not going to win. Like, he doesn't realize that sometimes what happens to him is that he constantly tries to hit it too hard, and he tops out, doesn't do this well and this well. And I was like, what? First of all, this is a previously recorded thing, and they just let it run. And two, I was like, I cannot fade Gunnar Henderson enough right now. And I took Adolis over him. I took everybody over him for home runs. He actually, I think he made it out of the first round, and he still cashed me every single one of them. But Adley, like, basically deconstructed, yeah, here's how you attack him. Here's how he loses. And just like,
I wish I would have
straight face did it.
The anti-analysis.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Pete, turn it on you, man. Do you have are there guys that you're looking at for the Home Run Derby?
Oh, I was gonna ask you guys if there's guys that you wish were in it. Like, who do you think maybe two guys like in the finals would just put on a show? Because obviously we all can agree this is not a premier Home Run Derby, but and guys have reasons for not wanting to do it. But I think if you could build like a couple guys that you would want to see doing this, like what would that look like right now?
It's tough.
Schwarber.
I think, I was thinking Schwarber, but I was also trying to think of somebody who hasn't done it. This is the more event where all of the stars typically do this. And it's not like the dunk contest where you don't know who the hell's in it anymore.
Yeah.
So there's really, I can't think of a new name that I would want to see in it. Like Cal 100% should be there. I'm glad he said yes. I don't care to.
Ooh,
PCA
yes.
would be a really good one.
Who said that?
PCA would be fun.
I did.
Yes. Attaboy Gumption.
Gum dog. Yeah.
Gummer.
The Gummer.
Yeah, PCA would be
Spencer,
awesome.
is there somebody, because you care about this stuff.
A lot of those Cub players, Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, PCA, I think any of those guys are really exciting to see.
Yeah, I think Seiya would win if he did it.
Yeah.
He's got like the perfect swing, hits the ball hard every time. Like, he would be awesome.
I just wish they would just mix it up. Just mix it up, like throwing a rookie. Because I know in the dunk contest, they'll bring in Max McClung, who's like a career G League dunker. Like, throw in someone from AAA. Like, throw in like a rookie that
Spencer
dude
Jones.
that City just pulled up. Yeah. Like, just throw in a couple just to mix it up. Or, hey, if we're going to build some brands, like build some young brands, build some big brands, and a couple fluffers in between.
Ethan, talking about fluffers and DPs, by the way, in the same baseball podcast.
Girth.
Wait, should they bring in like Ethan Holiday and just
I don't
say like,
care.
good luck, kid?
Yeah. Why not? Make it fun.
He's bigger than his brother.
There's no
After we just said fluffer, I don't think that sounds right.
Yeah, it doesn't like that server. I'm trying to think who else I love watching hit a home run. They should probably do one sometime where it's just like all the guys that we know only hit home runs and do nothing else. So like it's like Rowdy Tellez and like
just having a big boy
and Matt Stairs.
Derby.
Oh, like a heavyweight home run derby?
Yeah.
Plus you're in. Yeah.
Vogelbach.
Yeah.
Daddy Burger.
I don't care if they're in the league or not. Bring them up.
Jake Berger, Vogelbach.
Oh,
Matt
that'd be
Stairs.
awesome. The Burger Trio. No, there's actually, I can't believe I didn't think of this. I always like to reference this name on this show. Vinny Pasquantino. They want to market him as the face of baseball when he's an average player. Why isn't his ass in there?
Yeah.
Good call. That's a really good call.
Who wants to market him as the face of baseball?
Tell me he's not a marketing. Tell me he's not a more marketed guy that's a more average-esque player. Like Jazz is very marketed because we know he's an animated guy, but he was on the cover of MLB The Show. He's a one-time All-Star. It's not like he's God.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen any marketing stuff for Vinny Pasquantino, but that's
maybe I followed too much of his stuff.
That.
Maybe I followed too much of his stuff.
I get a lot of
You're trying to market him as the face.
He's just
Yeah.
I saw Matsui hitting home runs like a couple days ago on Instagram. Hideki Matsui. I think it'd be cool to have some older guys. They started that Home Run X that they started where it's like a traveling home run derby.
Yes,
and they have
Swishers in it. Yeah.
Right. They get a bunch of like older.
I'm a big Nick Swisher fan. They just
Oh
did
my
Nick
God,
took it
Adam,
back
we
across
should
the-
smooch.
He's just such a. He's like I would walk on coals for him.
Hold on, I have his autograph up here.
Well, nice.
Where is it? Oh, it's right there. It's behind Kevin Durant playing hockey.
Colby, was that when he was with the White Sox?
Dude, what's funny is White Sox fans and Ozzie Guillen hate his guts. They hate his guts. I love
think
Nick-
I knew Ozzie did, right?
Yeah, he always goes out of his way to talk about him. So like, Monty and I have friends that work with Ozzy at the CHSN, and I'm like, can you please ask him what his deal is with Nick Swisher, because he is my favorite niche player of all time.
Yeah, I agree. He was like Nick Castellanos before there was Nick Castellanos, in my opinion.
I resonated with him with so much because he's the loud guy, and he's just like the animated guy. And then he went to New York, and they're like, "Hey, cut your hair, shave your beard," and he like fully embraced it.
Oh yeah, he's like, yep, I bought in.
I'm a Yankee. He's like, yep.
yeah, I'm a Yankee now. Like him and Johnny Damon, like both were like, oh yeah. I've always looked this way.
Yeah,
Never forget Johnny Damon
kind of
can't
guy
throw.
Takes a lot of energy to hang out with, you know.
Yeah.
When I lived in Oakland, all these guys were on that team, like Swisher. Some of these guys were on this, like those eight. It's amazing to watch
The
how
handshakes in the
fun this
dugout,
team's-
Adam.
Oh,
The
they were great.
handshakes in the
They were
dugout.
great.
I will never forget that.
Like Balfour having Tourette's on the mound, like it was great. It was just like everything was a bit with those teams, and they all won 100 games, and they always lose to the Yankees.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, this was good, Pete. You were excellent, Pete. Do we have a winner? What do we have a winner for? Like, yeah. What do you think? Like overall, is it just how do you feel about what we've presented to you?
Straight up.
Doesn't matter.
Push.
I like
matter if any of the bets
storylines.
win?
I like I romanticize and make storylines up in my head and what it would cool to see. And I do like Cal Raleigh. I think, the guy's probably not going to win the MVP because you know how baseball votes and those fucking nerds and everything. But I think this would be a nice cap on his head to say that he was a home run champion during this season where he probably won't get recognized at the end.
That's cool. I think that they should tie it to some sort of butt thing too for him.
You have
it'd be
Dude wipes home run
Dude
derby.
wipe.
Do not use dude wipes. Do you guys actually use it? Because I have, and I've had to have my pipes snaked.
Oh, you're not supposed to flush them.
What am I gonna do with a poop wipe?
What do you do with
it's not-
diapers? You're not a dad. That's right.
No,
No,
I
he
am.
is.
I have
He's a multiple. He's a multiple dad. He's just
constantly covered in poop, Kobe. Covered
constantly.
in poop.
We use them on Nora when she does her thing because she screams to everybody when she has to go. She's like, "I have to poop," and she like runs across the room, and I'm like, "What? You are like an 80-year-old Jewish man as a small 4-year-old child."
Yeah. It's very deceiving. It says you're able to flush one at a time. And once I got this house after a year, it was like, dude, everything started backing up and had to get it snaked out into the front yard. So be careful with dude wipes. False advertising.
I'm not Jake Budd. I don't have the sponsorship, so I don't pay for him.
Okay, so Pete, that's your guy for this. Is that your dude? That would be your dude. You'd go with Cal.
I would. I like that. I like that storyline. I would like to see that.
Yep. No, I think that's cool. I mean, and especially in our straight to DVD version of the All-Star game.
Take.
All right.
It won't
so
be that bad. Come on, it'll be good.
no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And also, people are gonna go ape shit for fucking Acuna. Like that crowd will the home crowd will be in. The thing about the home run derby is like they get everybody in there. So they're giveaway tickets. So there'll be a lot of people there. It'll be fun. Acuna will put on a little bit of a show, and Jazz will do his thing too. All right. So
Your love
let's
for dad.
let's keep actually everybody here. Let's do a rapid fire dad moves for everybody. Monty's never done this before. Colby's done it.
Monty is the dad.
Oh yeah, let me
He's
go
dad.
last. I don't even know what's happening.
The last. You're definitely coming back. I don't know about Colby, but you're definitely invited back.
I'm still trying to think
all
of what I'm going to say.
I will. Okay, so it's basically it's a flex or a recommendation from the last week or a life learning that you could pass on to anybody else. Pete, actually, you want to go first? We'll go Pete and then Monty and then Colby And Spencer, you have to do one this week. And I did one
Oh,
last week.
I have one. I have one.
Okay, good. All right, cool. What do you want? Spencer, you want to go first? Spencer goes
Yes.
first. I'll move on.
So I'm a dog dad, not a human dad. So I guess virgin label forever. So I took my dog. I took my dog to the pet store like a day before his birthday yesterday. And, so there's treats and stuff everywhere. Like he's sniffing around and there's like this 8x8 patch of the store that's just blank between like the cat and fish stuff and the dog stuff. My dog took the fattest shit in the store and thank God. So what I did was, I don't know if I might be incriminating myself, but that's neither here nor there. So I didn't have any dog bags on me. So I like opened a pack of dog bags and like cleaned up the shit and just left the store. I threw $10 on the desk and just left. So
threw $10 on the desk like it's 1954. Yeah, this will cover it.
Well, no, I picked it up, but I was like, hey, here's $10 for the bags that I kind of stole, but I paid for, but I didn't, do the proper channels.
Those bags were actually $28, so you really came up short. You know what year it is?
Why do you also always have dad moves that involve bags? It's just like
I don't know.
It was the first one when we
bags make the world go
first
round.
The first episode is like, oh yeah, so my dad move is like, if you ever have something giant and dead in your backyard, have trash bags around because I had a giant bird. And he's like basically describing like a falcon. And this is now it's a bit because now you know 2 times that you have bags as part of the whole thing.
Yeah, once a month it's like a bag related.
All right, Pete, you go next.
So we're just giving dad advice?
Yeah.
Oh, dad advice. If you don't know what to tell your kids, just lie. It's the simplest thing. Like, I don't want to go to the park. And so, hey, the park is closed today. I can't believe it. The park is closed. Or like, oh no, the ice cream man, he doesn't work anymore. Today's Tuesday. He's not working. And you just keep saying it. And they're like, oh, okay. It's so easy to lie. So lie to your kids if you don't want to tell them the truth.
That's the best.
Okay.
I need Monty to go. I need Monty to go.
Monty can go.
I don't think I have one. I've been sitting here trying to think of one.
Same here. I don't even have a kid.
I do, and I don't know. My daughter's gonna be 5 months old on Saturday.
You're new. You're like you're still fresh out of the box.
Very much so. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been trying to think.
You're still in the mode where it's like, okay, your food source is mom, and like I really don't have much to do here, so like it'll change. It actually changes in about a month. In about a month is where the downhill starts.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's very different. But you have any like? But it could be a just like a really cool thing that you did, like a life hack too.
Ooh, you gotta have a life hack.
I wish I did. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, everything blurs together, and it's like.
Have you been able to sleep? What's your strategy?
We started sleep training right around 4 months, sleep, whatever the hell that means. And she's just kind of crying it out every once in a while. She's okay. I don't know. I work until, I do the BetMGM Tonight show for the BetMGM network and Odyssey. And then I do that till like 10:30. And then my daughter wakes up at like 11:30. And so then I feed her some formula, and then I hopefully go to bed around like 1:30, and I don't know. I mean, everything's the same.
Everything for you is blurred into a whole moment right
exactly.
now. No, I get it. Yeah. I've been there. I did it twice. So it's Pete's done it 3 times technically.
Well, yeah, twice, but 2 came out at once.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Colby.
See, Spencer, they make up for all of us. We're not that guy.
That's true. We do have. If you wanted to average it out, everybody gets a kid, so it's fine. Colby, do you have a dad move?
I don't, but I have a son move that I think you guys will like.
Give it. Yeah, I like it. I like this.
So if your parents still work, call them in the middle of the day when you know they're working and act like they're not busy and you're the busy one. So like Monty knows, I'll call my dad knowing he's busy. And I'll just like be like, hey, I know you're not busy or anything, but just wondering what's going on? Like, how you doing? I know you're not busy. No, you're not absolutely doing anything. He goes, I have a meeting in a couple minutes. What do you want?
This just
he knows it's a bit, and he knows it's a bit, and he loves it.
Hearing this, Cats in the Cradle is playing in my head because obviously it's literally what my dad does with me. He's like, hey, so what's going on? And I'm like, Dad, I'm working. He's like, but you work from home, And I'm like, yeah, stop. So
What a dad.
Little boy blue, the man in the moon.
All right, this was exactly as I thought it would be, as is advertised. This was awesome, guys. So I'm gonna go around and I'll point you out and tell everybody where they can find you. First of all, thank you, Pete. Thank you, Colby. Thank you, Monty. Thank you, Spencer, coming out behind the audio table and doing this. This is good. Everybody here gets at least B pluses in improv. It was great. There was no weird dead silence, and everybody here is moderately funny. Pete, tell everybody where they can find you.
Just Sheffield Shuffler on social media.
And nothing else? You don't want to say you don't have another quip?
Will Pounder on redtube.com.
No, you're not.
What?
No, you're not.
Big if true. Big if true.
No. Hey-o.
Stage name.
Isn't that an Adam Ray bit?
Yeah, very good. Kobe. Yes. Very good.
Why did I just hear Will Pounder? Yeah, you're the fluffer guy.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw that on Instagram.
Great callback.
It's a good callback. All right, Colby.
Colby M. Betts, Colby Mbets. Everything on betting news, all the write-ups are free. Everything's always going to be free because, I'm not doing too well, so it's always going to be free. That's why. It's always going to be free.
Mike.
Yeah,
Monty.
sorry you're not doing too well, Colby. I know that's partially my fault because Colby loves to use bears-box.com, which is where you can go to my website, find free. I kind of have a freemium model, so free hitter ratings every day for every single hitter that's playing. Hopefully, sometimes guys don't have enough at-bats or innings pitched, things like that. But yeah, usually 200 or so hitter ratings every single day for those games. 5-day free trial for premium stuff, or on Twitter at MikeMonty22.
Spencer, since you're here, you have to tell everybody where they can find you, and I don't have to do it.
You can find me in Kalamazoo, Michigan right now. And obviously I'm a media free agent. If you need audio, video stuff, I'm here. I'm your guy. So shout out to everyone here, and shout out to Adam for making all this possible.
This is just me not doing work for an hour today. I'm like, I think this is a great idea. Thanks, guys. No, this is fun. For us, it's at Dad's Bet Baseball, which if you're listening or watching this, you can read and you know that. Handygraphs.com. Soon to eventually one day be integrated with Batter Box, but a good way to find splits and then find things that you like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing that rumor out there. But it is a good way to find splits that help you then decide, hey, how do I want to handle this matchup? So you can go to handygraphs.com. HGDads is your promo code. And we will be back next week. The CJ will be back from Luka Doncic land. And okay, Spencer, you get to have the final word, and it is
Dong Derby, baby.